Welcome back into the Sports Source as we're breaking down Tennessee's 2022 schedule. Parkside Cabin Rentals brings you this segment of our show. All eyes turning to football season and fall. Man, it's a great time to book a stay in a mountain cabin right in the beautiful Smokies. For friends coming in for a UT weekend or just for a party in the Smokies to watch the big game, Parkside Cabin Rentals has more floor plans, more options than anybody else in the Smokies. Get up there or check them out, parksidecabinrentals.com. I guarantee you will find a cabin that meets your needs, whether there's one of you or 55 of you. They've got cabins of all sizes, I promise you. Parkside Cabin Rentals. Okay, we continue to break down the schedule here. We're past Ball State and Pittsburgh. Next, the Vols, Bob and Josh, they host Akron. We know why they canceled the game with Army to bring Akron in. Army runs a goofy offense. That's worrisome. There are other SEC schools that have Army on their schedule right now. We'll think LSU in next year. So we'll see if they run and hide from Army as well. Again, I understand the logic of it, but if you weren't you actually have tickets over there.
Yes, I do.
So this would be a good test for you. If you were buying singles, if you were just buying single tickets and you didn't have a media pass, would you be more likely to buy tickets for Tennessee Army, Tennessee Akron, or neither?
I was looking forward to the Army game. I like Army coming in. It's always a good atmosphere. I have no interest in Akron. And your question is, would you pay to attend UT versus Akron? I'm paying to not attend UT versus Akron. I mean, I just
somebody's getting a free ticket.
I just can't imagine that I'm going to go to the game and the guy that I have season tickets with, I doubt he's going to drive in from Nashville to go to that game. So, no, I have no interest in UT Akron.
Akron, though, did give Ball State a good game in the MAC last year. By the way, Akron last year 2-10. They lost by 50 to Auburn and lost by 52 to Ohio State. Josh, would you pay money to see Army, see Akron, or you wouldn't pay to see either because you're a frugal?
Yes, well, very cheap over here. I pay Zip to see Akron.
Oh, nice.
I apologize.
Well
I apologize.
I actually passed on that.
I'd be much more interested in terms of watching the game to watch Army. It'd be more interesting, but that is why Tennessee doesn't want to play. They don't want to play a game where all of a sudden I'm interested in this middle of the season non-conference game. So that explains why. But I know there are a lot of people that were looking forward to that game and were disappointed that it's canceled. The Akron game would be one where if you never get a chance to go, it's an easier ticket to get, like Bob's describing there. So I have little kids, so if we're trying to get Owen to the stadium, that would be the advantage of that game for fans.
That's great. I actually have that written on the script. That is the perfect game. Mm-hmm. As a kid, I would have loved to go to the UT Akron game because you're just watching them score. Fireworks all day long, great. But as an adult, we'll be here Sunday morning yawning about it. All right, Jimmy and Chuck. Tennessee opens SEC play at home against Florida and their new coach, Billy Napier, who's already having to send out open letters down there. People are upset with his recruiting. An open letter to the fan base, and I mean that, he did it. Florida has won 5 straight in this series, 16 of the last 17 against Tennessee. Florida collapsed last year, got Dan Mullen fired, but according to guys like Mel Kiper, they've still got a lot of pro prospects on that roster. All that said, what is this matchup more about? The head-to-head between the quarterbacks or the head-to-head between new coach and newish coach?
The newish coach. I'm going to go quarterbacks. Look, I think Hendon Hooker's a tremendous college quarterback. Anthony Richardson has a lot of skill, a lot of talent. He can do backflips with a pull groin. But
that's right.
I don't see. I think this is how Anthony Richardson plays. What he does is, to me, is going to dictate whether or not Florida is going to have a decent team this year. So I'm going to say it's more about the quarterbacks.
Yeah, I had the same thing, and don't forget that was a tough game for Hooker last year against Florida at Florida, and Tennessee lost 38-14, I think, outscored 21-0 late. He had the knee injury that we thought could have been serious. So and you get the Richardson coming in. It's like Joe Milton with more skills. They can actually, to me, a lot of similarities.
Man, just a random Joe Milton shot. I really hope for Milton's sake he gets in a game for some reason and just likes it.
I do too. He may be a lot better and can complete some of those.
No, you took your shot. Go live with it.
But I think it is about the quarterbacks, and the team that gets the best quarterback play is probably going to win the game.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a fascinating game, though. I do wonder, though, the two coaches, because quarterbacks come and go, but those two coaches head to head, I mean, It'll be interesting to see. I think Billy Napier's kind of a roll of the dice. There are a lot of people, though, that say, oh, no, he's got the pedigree. He's coached all these other places. Look what he did at Louisiana. He's going to be fantastic. He's just the next guy to sit in and let Florida roll. And I look at Florida, and they haven't won an SEC title in 16 years. They look an awful lot like Tennessee. So I think, now, Billy Napier may win the SEC in year one. But I'm going to be interested in this coaching matchup to see how Napier handles the Heupel offense. Because if you handle it in year one, I look at Narduzzi and I think, does he have he's seen it, he's not freaked out by it. Is it going to be the big advantage it is against other people? If Billy Napier beats this offense in year one, I'm going to wonder, is this offense going to work against Florida ever?
Yeah, that's why I kind of thought the matchup, the game is about the quarterbacks. The post game is going to be really interesting how the coaches face the media no matter who wins, right?
Yeah, calls on Sunday morning and Monday will be about the coaches moving forward after their first matchup against each other.
Yeah. All right, very good. When we come back, what's so scary about a road game to LSU? Also, does Josh Heupel and his system give Tennessee a better shot at upsetting Nick Saban than any of his Tennessee predecessors? Come on back, we got some numbers.